Yeah.
Yun eh. It's like,
Yun nga.
yun.
Exactly.
If Avengers inspires the next kid to make something like, yeah, that badass,
Mm-hmm.
man, we're in for a treat.
Yeah.
We're in for a treat. I can't wait for that person to make their film, diba?
No nga.
Ganun yun eh. Same thing with all these things. So that's what we're waiting for.
How do you get into film?
Ako, it's so
How
weird eh.
how
Ako eh.
if somebody who's not
In general,
no, if somebody who's a kid in high school is not connected to anyone, how would that dream be possible?
okay, nung bata ko, hindi rin ako connected eh. Wala
Uh,
akong kilala sa pelikula, you know.
kasi it's
It was the furthest thing from my mind.
Mm.
But I'll tell you this. The technology today,
Mhm.
you can be everyone's a filmmaker. Right now, we're in the studio,
Mhm.
you know, broadcasting.
Yeah.
You could never do this 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay? Yung bunso ko took a camera, the cell phone.
Mhm.
I mean, he'd been playing with it for months.
Mhm.
And only one day, isang Saturday morning, alam ko na, ginising ko. Ginawa ko ng first short film ko. Nag-declare. Nag-declare.
Ilang taon to?
You're 6. Only
6? Wow.
6. At napanood ko, yung ginawa niya, one take. Well, one take, di ba? Tapos pero yung point was, you're empowered. You're actually empowered today more than ever. Like back in the day, kailangan pelikula pa. I remember when I was starting out, Super 8 pa yung ginagamit namin, you know. Talagang, but you find ways there. I think in some ways, there's no path. Ako, I didn't go to film school.
Mhm.
And,
Really?
yeah,
Okay.
I'm a philosophy literature major. Okay, malayo. Hindi mo malayo, pero the point is, hindi siya yung technical thing. But yet, even with that background, my first official job was working for a commercial house in New York. And I became the storyboard artist. So, hindi ako nag-fine arts eh.
Wow.
And yet, that's how it happened. So, parang, everyone will find your own way. There's not one way to go in.
Yeah.
But that's the point. You just have to go.
Keep the focus, keep the goal.
Or maybe just be
Or
open
did you always have that goal to become a filmmaker? Or?
Hindi, ito yan na. The dream's there,
Mhm.
but you never think it's reality.
Ah,
I remember
okay.
being in high school and watching like, ano bang mga pelikula doon? Basta, didate ko sarili ko eh. Pero sabihin natin, may napanood kong pelikula. Ganda. You know, I wish I could do something like that. Pero syempre, wala akong connection. Hindi naman ako wala akong film school. So parang, in a pipe dream lang siya. But minsan, like, you know, the universe will find a way to kind of doom you into that. Right? It'll set you on the path somehow. And this would happen eh. Parang, like for me getting into documentaries, I like drawing, I design things. For me to do real life, scariest thing. I did it for so many years in New York. You know, it was like 7 years of my life was just documentary filmmaking.
Wow.
So, pero the point was, I was open to it. Hindi ko hindi, takot ako dyan eh. In fact, sabi ko, takot ako dyan. I'll do it.
Takot sa
Well, imagine mo, documentary, wala kang script, wala kang sinusundan. I mean, it's real life happening.
akala
and
ko
you
yung
have,
topic nung
no, not the topic, not the topic, but the idea of how to make a film
I see.
that way
Yeah.
was, I mean, that's a challenge, right? I think it's the most pure way of like expressing an idea.
Yeah.
So that's why hang ako sa mga documentary filmmakers eh, sobra.
Yeah, that's also one thing that I say, parang sometimes nga I get a new project and a new illustration project, parang overwhelming yung call. So, parang paano ko gagawin to? Parang ang tagal ko nang nagdo-drawing pero sometimes I would, paano ko kaya gagawin to? How do I attack this? How do I even begin? So sometimes parang hindi mo talaga alam, you don't have any idea pero you just go with the first strokes until all of a sudden it's finished.
Yeah, and the
Diba?
point is, you just start. Yung importante, you have to start.
No parang sometimes I would say na parang nobody really knows what they're doing talaga. So how do you let's say the Avengers, yung Infinity War, paano mo gagawin yan? Diba, wala ka talagang idea eh.
Yeah. But then you also start breaking down the problem. Like example, this is where the problem solving comes in, eh? And if you know how to problem solve, or you're attuned to how to solve problems, you can usually figure out a way. Like example for us, we knew we have a short schedule, right? So that immediately said, okay, CG, almost all out.
What do you mean all out?
Meaning like we can't have these many CG shots. Parang so now we'll just say, okay, we'll focus on specific things, diba? Or like or we have these many things. So parang you solve the problem as you go along, you know. So and so we don't know how'd you do this special effect shot? Then we don't know. We'll figure it out, and then you start testing. And the amazing thing is that usually you'll be surprised at how far you can go. you might actually surpass what you were thinking of doing.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm so happy with this kasi parang every step of the way, the VFX guys are like always surprising. Parang we already know going into it what we want to do. And you see it, you're like, wow, they went the extra level. They went the extra mile.
Oo nga. Well, inspired din siguro sila.
Yeah.
Diba?
Well, I hope so. Yeah. Oh. So yun yung those are things that they're
It
great.
also helps na you get a really competent team.
Yeah. That
Kasi,
you can't make a movie by yourself. I mean,
kasi if you get somebody na kailangan mo nung i-guide all the way through, parang pero if you get somebody na isang sabihan mo lang and would improvise pa when needed and would surprise you.
You said the wonderful word. They can also improvise and surprise you. I equate filmmaking parang jazz band Okay? Diba jazz, kailangan mahusay ka on your instrument and sensitive ka so what's happening around you.
Oh.
Exactly what's happening.
Oh.
So banda kayo Like,
nice.
like you as the director might be setting the pace or the tempo, but those guys can solo.
Oh.
Diba? Those guys can go nuts. They have their moments where they can shine.
Yeah.
You let them go do their thing.
Yeah.
Yun
Well,
yun
that's good of you kasi some directors I would assume would suppress those kinds of actions.
Why? Well, that makes sense. Parang it's like you have Stephen Curry on your team. Don't shoot so many hanggang 15 points ka lang ngayon Diba? Parang, why?
Oo nga.
Diba? Like you want that guy to really rip it, man. And that's what you want. You want these guys to rip it. And parang I mean, as syempre in film it's so technical and you're very on, you should know all those things, but when you see someone inspired like you said,
Okay.
ride the wave, man.
Yeah.
Kasi that wave is gonna go way bigger than you ever thought. Even in your imagination. Yun yung maganda
There's